I came to bury Occupy, not to praise it. I was right there with you at your birth on September 17th last year. I can hear the drum circles and see the twinkly sky fingers like it was yesterday. One day you asked me to pass out peanut butter to a bunch of scruffy squatters, and within 2 weeks you would become an international media phenomenon screaming for equality between the 1% and the 99. It was said you would change the course of American politics. But a presidential election is afoot, and you're gone. Occupy Wall Street, you had so many ideas. Not good ones, and not new ones, but ideas nonetheless. Hey, you said, forget capitalism. Let's give Marxism a shot. Who needs cops? Anarchy rules. Everything should be free. Somebody else should pay off my student debts. Kick off the revolution, figure out what comes next after that. The night you were evicted from Zuccotti Park, I watched you run in circles and promise you'd be back. But in the end, you just backed down. On May Day, some anarchists tried to give you a jolt of adrenaline, but 400 lunatics clad in black isn't a revolution. It's a stand full of Oakland Raiders fans. Most people thought you wouldn't last, occupiers, and it looks like they were right, because right now the American left is getting pummeled by reality, and you are nowhere to be found. Occupy appears to be dead, and we would bury you at sea, but many of you have an aversion to bathing. You've said you can't stop an idea, but apparently you can forget about one. And Occupy, unless you rally every sociology major, union agitator, and latte-drinking Marxist in America soon, you too will be forgotten. But not by me, Occupy. You will always have a special place in your parents' basements. Alas, Occupy, we hardly knew ye, and unless you resurrect yourself at the Republican National Convention, it looks like we never truly will. That's what I got for Occupy Wall Street, guys.
That was beautiful, Bob. Brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah. So that's, I guess.
Should we all say a few words?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want you guys to share some of your Occupy thoughts or experiences.
I remember when Occupy and I were hanging out one time. Yeah.
What was your first? Tell us about your first Occupy experience, Will Kane.
No, in all seriousness, and I know you spent a lot of time down in Zuccotti Park. I went to Zuccotti Park a few times. I had some interesting debates. I appreciated Occupy Wall Street. I appreciated it for being honest with the ideas that it represented, which I think underlied a lot of ideas that the American left didn't speak openly and honestly about. And I got to have a debate with some of these people. But I'm really not here to eulogize Occupy. I'm here to ask you this question, Buck. Do you really think it's dead? You seem to give it an out at the end with the Republican National Convention.
I don't think it's dead. I think we have to be fair to what we're seeing in the news cycle right now, which is a lot less than was promised. I mean, Van Jones, there actually were other clips of him where he was saying, just wait till the spring. It's going to be crazy. Well, it's actually summer now. And the spring was not that crazy. You know, we saw some stuff on May Day, and we saw some things happen in Chicago during the NATO protest there. But all in all, it hasn't been what was promised. And I guess where we are right now is, are they sort of in this period where they're looking to gather and regroup to make a big splash? Because just imagine this. Imagine Occupy Wall Street waited until this September to do what they had done. Absolutely would have had an effect on what happened in the elections. Absolutely would have changed the way we're talking about politics. And you look at the class warfare rhetoric, the stuff that this administration is really going to hang its hat on, I think, to get reelected. This plays right into that. So it just seems like lunacy to me that, well, a lot of it seems like lunacy to me, but it seems like really bad politics from their perspective not to be involved at this point in time to try to help shape the race. If you care enough about this stuff to live in a park and not bathe for a month and hold signs up and, write them yourself and everything else, it seems like you should care enough about the presidential election to be involved that way now.
But let me ask you, how